They do not know. He thought he knew what he did. He came right into my line and played his part. I moved over to the moving line, and here he comes. And so how could I ever condemn him? How could I ever in any way feel other than thankful? I would say to him, thank you, because you played the part you had to play like a play. So someone comes in on the play, the curtain goes up, and the audience hisses and condemns him. If there's any condemnation of the part, where is the author? Send for the author, for he wrote the part. And the author, if there's any praise, give it to the author. Any condemnation, give it to the author. I know I played a second part, on a play on Broadway. But I would say 99% of the time, as I came on and started to play my part, the audience hissed. Then I knew I was really on my toes. I was playing the part well. Because I was a cat in that part. And they couldn't restrain themselves, especially with the matinees, when they had children there. Lots of ladies and children, and they could not restrain their emotion, and they were hissing. Well, then I knew, Neville, you're getting over all right. So I was thrilled with their hissing, because I was playing only what was written for me to play. So, in this wonderful world of ours, we are infinite states, and everyone is in a state. But the one being in one state is the being in all states. There's only one player. God only acts and is in existing beings or men. He is in all the states, and his name in all states is I am. So someone chooses the part, but he will also pay the price. That is the thing he has to consider. He'll pay the price because the part has a price with it. But in spite of that, he can be used in the fulfillment of your dream. Now, many of you have had, from your letters, dreams of death recently. May I tell you, it's a healthy, healthy sign. Dreams are egocentric. You cannot grow and not outgrow in this world. To outgrow is to die. You die to one state and you move into another state. So anyone dreaming of death, many of you have dreamt of my death numberless times. As Paul said, I die daily. Every day he grows. If he did not die every day, well, then he didn't grow that day. So death, when you see yourself buried, or you see yourself in a coffin, or you see these things in your dream, is only a beautiful symbol of your growth. You are growing, that's why you see yourself buried, or you see yourself in a tomb. It's simply an expansion of consciousness. So you die to one state of consciousness as you enter a greater state of consciousness. So when people see themselves dying, or others say you're dead, it has nothing to do with a little physical body, because you don't die anyway. Not really, for nothing dies. It's always an expansion, an expansion, an expansion. So when you do see yourself being buried, give praise. You have died to your former beliefs. And these archaic concepts that you entertain, which only enslaved you, when now someone introduces you to a new idea, and you toy with the idea of accepting it, but you resist it for a while, then suddenly you see your body being entombed. It means it's gotten hold of you. These new ideas that will call you to an expansion of yourself. And so the old man dies that the new man may live. A seed must fall into the ground and die before it can be made alive. If it does not fall into the ground and die, then it cannot bring forth fruit. It simply remains what it was before. So if it dies, it bears much fruit. So don't be afraid of any vision of death. Death is the most glorious symbol in the mysteries of the expansion of consciousness. Man is expanding and expanding and expanding in this world. And one day, his wonderful imagination will awaken. And that is God. Then he sees the whole vast world as sleepers. All sleepers, and how can you condemn the sleeper? So he played his part. He played it beautifully. I can see all these things in my world where people play so many marvelous parts. And they were sung to sleep, and they thought they were so alert